Just stop it, GT. This is the beauty of this podcast.
Okay, good morning, Harris Academy. Welcome to our second instalment of Jogging Around the World. My name is Mr. Doherty and I'm joined by my co-presenter,
Mr. Rickenberg.
And
are we back to semi-regular programming here, sir?
well, what do you mean semi-regular? What, actually consistently doing our job? Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, we're listening to it. I feel like this morning we're actually a little bit prepared, but we've got a very special hello this morning because we've got our new producer behind the lens. That is good morning to you, Keira.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm okay.
How are you feeling about your new job?
I'm a bit nervous.
You're a bit nervous. That's all right. Nerves are a good thing.
Yeah.
What would you say about nerves, Mr. Rickenberg?
Nerves. With the classic word is nerves show you care.
Oh, I've never actually heard that.
Yeah.
before.
So nerves show that you care, and I
They
think
do.
Keira really wants to do a good job.
I
Big
agree.
shoes, big shoes to fill in Ava.
Yeah.
But I think Keira's more than up to the job.
More than capable. Absolutely. I'm full of confidence for you. The nerves is you pushing yourself out your comfort zone. You're achieving things. If you're going through life and not being nervous about anything, and I don't mean like being anxious,
Yeah.
but I mean like nerves because you're doing something new. You're pushing yourself out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
You're achieving things. It's good. I get so nervous when I do public speaking, like terribly nervous. My hands shake. I get really sweaty.
Yeah,
Remember that time when I was reading in briefing. My hand was shaking like this. I couldn't read the phone, and Miss Rickenberg and Miss Patel both were looking at me, and they both just went, "Go on, show what." I was like, right. Everyone's staring at me, sweating, and I was reading a really emotional email from a parent who was really proud of what we had done for their child. Everyone was starting to cry. I was in bits, and then
you started crying.
I almost started crying, and Miss Patel just went, "What's wrong with you?" So yeah, just my point being, Keira, we all get nervous, and to our listeners, don't worry if you're pushing yourself out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Nerves are a good thing.
What's in the cup, sir?
We've got mugs today.
These were brought down, by the way, Mr. Jones.
Yeah. They had lids on the whole way down,
Yeah,
Mr. Jones, just in case you're watching, because you're not allowed
We're
to.
not lidless. We are lidless for this, but I think this looks better anyway.
Yeah, I think it's quite cool.
These are all your gifts.
These are
I'm mugless. Is what I am.
So we have got. We're on Kenko this morning. Strong.
Yeah.
We're on Kenko this morning.
Look at my eyeballs there.
We're on Kenko coffee. It's good stuff for Kenko actually, because whatever that Sainsbury's one we bought was disgusting.
Yeah, we don't. Other brands should definitely be available
because that's
the standard.
that micro ground Sainsbury's, and it was meant to be like taste the difference as well. Yeah, I tasted the difference. All right. It was horrible. It was like grit at the bottom of the cup. So we're on Kenko this morning. We do like Kenko. If Kenko are watching, listening, we wouldn't mind some samples.
Yeah.
But
we didn't get much out of Jimmy's, did we? When we was asking.
This is Mr. Doherty Geography. I think this is from Sophia, now in year 10. She got me this.
And
Obviously, I'm so sound.
This one's funny. You ain't rocking if you ain't Birkenstocking.
Yeah, so Birkenstock as well. We great sandals, Nazareth knockabouts. That was from Phoebe Cotton in year 11.
Yeah, great. That's
Because obviously during lesson I must have derailed the lesson slightly by talking about Birkenstocks. She was one of the only people in the class who knew what Birkenstocks were.
Fair enough.
Anyway, not great sandals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout outs.
Well, very quickly, what's special about today?
What, Keira?
Oh, we said that already.
Yeah.
It's last day of half term.
Oh, it is last that half term. Yeah, sorry.
2 weeks off.
2 weeks off.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Cologne.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
Back to the fatherland for me.
Oh yeah, Rickenberg, Germantown. Can you give me a shot glass, please, from Cologne?
Yeah.
I haven't got one from there.
Yeah, that's how you
Okay.
measure the coffee in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, nice. Cologne, that good.
For the martini.
The cathedral will be wicked.
Yeah, I'll go see a cathedral.
Very gothic.
I've been. Yeah, I just love Germany. So
How long are you going for?
just two nights.
Oh, lovely. Nice
City
setup.
break. Yeah. With
Lovely.
all the ones I suggested to Amy, the cheap. No.
And
First one she suggested, I booked. So
yeah,
there we
of
go.
course, yeah, always way. You'll be able to go up to some like proper German food as
Yeah.
well. Big portions.
Yeah.
Lovely. Great. All right. So
Shout outs. Well, no, where are you going, sir? Yours is a bit better than mine.
I'm off to Mexico.
Mexico, yeah.
Got a family holiday to Mexico. Yeah, very, very fortunate. Flying to Cancun and then travelling down the coast to a place called Acamel, which we've rightly named Actimel.
Remember it.
Got a villa with the family. Looking forward to it. I need a break.
Keira? Up to anything over half term?
Doing anything nice over half term?
Going out with family and stuff.
Lovely. It'll be good. Are you looking forward to a break?
Yeah, because it's going to be my birthday.
Is it?
Oh, during
It's
half term.
it.
Excellent.
Now we can say this can be first happy birthday because this will go out and then we won't see her during the half term.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Keira. Happy early
Have a
birthday.
good one.
Thank
Right, no partying too hard. So, shout out.
Shout out. I want to shout out the 13s because we went to Brighton yesterday.
So we did our fieldwork trip to Brighton. I didn't go, but you had a good
got
time.
really successful. They all collected their data. I want to do a massive shout out to Miss Oakley as well, who's basically a member of this geography department now.
Miss Oakley loves geography.
She loves it. She absolutely loves it. We love her in the geography department as well. She smashes it. So thank you to Miss Oakley, and also well done to the year 13s. Really successful trip.
Cool. And they enjoyed it.
They enjoyed it.
Brighton. Brighton's a cool place.
Well, it was really cool to go there, not just as sort of like tourists, and actually go there for a reason. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just really cool. It's really quick to get there as well. It's not far. And just one final shout out, because we actually do need to wrap this along, is to all the teachers that were hanging around yesterday, including you, for the discotheque.
Yeah, the year 7 and 8 disco.
Apparently there's some serious moves being thrown, not necessarily by yourself.
Well, so what happened was, I know we running over time, but I don't care today. I'm ready for period one anyway. I was leaving, popped my head in, going off. Everyone was dancing some wicked costumes. Everyone looked great. And then as I was leaving, Kenny, DJ Ken, K Nix, is that his DJ name? K Nix. He started playing that MK song Dior, and as I was walking away, I thought, oh, come on then. So I put the barrier back on, bounced in. Mr. Go-Go's in the middle of the dance floor, so I start having it with Mr. Go-Go. Then I realised, literally instantly, all phones on me. I was like, how did they get their phones out so quick?
Because they're already out.
It's mad. I was like, I looked round and I felt like, you know, that episode where all the paparazzi were outside. It felt like that. So I thought, well, you've committed now, so you might as well go for it.
Yeah. So
I started having it on the dance floor, Mr. Go-Go, just pumping a house tune. And I realised I've got a savers bag for life. So I think I'm probably gone viral.
Yeah, probably actually.
Yeah.
So maybe we need sunglasses out again.
Maybe. Right, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about
geography.
do some geography. We will need to be quick because you might be ready for period one, but I am not. So we are going to be talking about formal and informal representations of place today, right?
Right.
So this is normally a year 12 topic,
Yep.
but we've decided to move space down to year 7 as well, so they get a little bit of concept of space and place, and we can look at formal and informal representations today. And being the person that's taught it the most, you should be able to give us loads and loads of information on this today. So we'll start. We don't need to remind students of what place is. Oh, we could actually.
Because if we've got new listeners and new followers.
How would you define what a place is?
So a place is somewhere you've got an emotional attachment to. Somewhere that makes you feel something.
Yeah.
And generally we're talking about positive feelings, aren't we?
Yeah, well, it can be. It
can be negative.
It can be both, yeah.
But like generally speaking, it's something that evokes emotion.
Yeah.
So like, perfect example is Harris Academy Chapter.
Yeah.
Like I work here, I enjoy being here most of the time.
Yeah.
It's where I come and earn money. I spend a lot of time here.
Yeah.
You know, spend more time here than I do with anybody else. So it's a place to me. Whereas a space is somewhere where I don't have an emotional attachment to it.
Yeah.
So the journey to here, down the A127, I would consider a space because it's just getting me from A to B. My home is a place to me. Work is a place to me. That journey in between doesn't really. I know it evokes emotion in me, predominantly negative, but it's just it's a sort of area you cover to get to.
Yeah, and also like if you think about it that way as well, like before you bought your new house, that would have been a space, but now you live there. Yeah, it's a place.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
So those sorts of things. So Keira, for you, I reckon like the athletics track, positive emotions because you keep smashing everyone up in javelin, that sort of stuff. So so it's just a place where you have emotional attachment, mostly positive, can be negative. You know when it's sort of like a negative attachment because you'll speak probably badly about it. You won't necessarily enjoy sort of going there and those sorts of things. So you can see that. So our perception of places, like for each individual one of us, you can tell if someone's perception of a place has been moulded by negative things because they'll speak negatively about it.
Yeah.
Right? So I might speak negatively about, let's just think, like for example, when I was at secondary school, the rival school was rubbish, right? But that's because one, I've got an attachment to this place, and two, maybe you hear what's going on in other places and stuff like that, right? So, for us, our perceptions of places that we have not been are shaped by two main things, right? And especially by media, right? So they're shaped by formal representations of place and informal representations of place. So formal representations of place are what we call official, right? So something like a census is going to be a formal representation of place. Something like crime data from the police.
Just going to say crime statistics. What else could be formal? Any sort of like government, like Met Office weather.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Exactly. So there's always like the assumption that it always rains in Wales, right? But again, the official where we could get that opinion or where that opinion can be shaped would be through the Met Office, right? So those are formal representations of place. What would be the positives of those? What's good about getting your perception of a place formed by formal representation?
It's what we reliable, and these people can be held accountable. So, like if the police are issuing crime statistics that are factually incorrect, they can be held accountable for that, and you'd like to think that wouldn't happen. If it's sort of the Met Office again, it's reliable. They're not going to lie about precipitation levels in the southeast of England. So they can. I think the two words are reliable. Well, three words: reliable, held accountable.
So it's just So the idea of them is obviously they're official, right? So they're collected in hopefully an official way. Negatives of them is that there's no like opinions in there. Right, there's no other people's perceptions of it, right? And as a result of that, you get a very, like, if Chafford, for example, the crime rates in Chafford, if I judge Chafford based on that, I'm not getting any picture of what it's actually like.
No.
Right, so you don't really find out what it's actually like, but you do obviously get official data.
Yeah, it'd be like, I think you were thinking Chafford, it made me think of some of those places in, like, say for example, a borough of London, you know, like your Hackney, Brixton, Peckham, where if you were to focus on the crime rates, people are like, oh, what a horrible place. But there's no other opinion, there's no personality to it. It dilutes the character.
I think that's a good way of putting it. Like,
and you're focusing on like one thing. Doesn't give you the whole picture.
Yeah, exactly that. The other way,
informal,
is informal.
Now this one's interesting.
Yeah. So what do you reckon are the positives? Well, you tell me what informal is, and you tell me.
So informal again is they don't have to be held accountable. They can. It's personal opinion. It's what's the word? Is it?
So what would be an example of informal?
The big one I always use is the news.
Okay.
Because people always think that just because you're watching BBC News, you're like, oh, it's official. But it's still a journalist's opinion. They can frame it how they want. They can portray a narrative how they want.
Especially from news. I think it's really obvious in America where like it's really obvious what way different news stations are leaning. If they're leaning liberal or if they're leaning Democrat or Republican.
Yeah, a little bit like our newspapers in the UK. Rather than our news channels, actually maybe our news channels do, but I'm not actually that clued up in that. But definitely our newspapers lean certain ways, don't they? And that they can twist narratives and stuff. And if it's a journalist writing it, it's their opinion.
Yeah, of course.
Like if a restaurant gets rated, how we doing?
8.
If a restaurant gets rated, or a band gets rated, or someone gives their view of a football match or a rugby match or whatever it is, it's someone's personal opinion on it.
Yeah. So positives of it gives you more of potentially a real life view of what that place is like. Think of like Only Fools and Horses. It's obviously it might not have been shot in Peckham, but it gives you an idea of what the situation in these areas are like. The other sort of positives of it, obviously, like you say, it will show off the character of the place a little bit more. And a lot of the time they're a little bit more sort of visual as well, so you can see it. And those sorts of things. And then when we move on to the negatives of, I don't know if you've got anything else to say about positives.
No, I don't think I do. No, it's like, I think again, like you talk about Fools and Horses, maybe our listeners don't really know. Like films is another example. You know, like you're watching a film. If you watch a film on America, you think that's what America's like. Or I told the year 12s to watch This Is England. You know, like portrays England in a really certain light. You know, it's really interesting. Yeah, no, I think you're right. And then the negatives.
Negatives is obviously it's someone's opinion, so it can,
which is dangerous.
So that person may have bias. So, for example, someone who's trying to show the score off in a good light is going to get it in really good lighting. It's going to get all those sorts of things.
Photographs are a good example.
Yeah.
Of that.
So if they're trying to take a photograph of a score in a certain way to show it off. Like trying to encourage students to come to this school, that picture's been taken in a way to show it off.
Yeah.
Right, so there's bias there, and then it can lead to your bias. What it can also do is give out the wrong image of a place, and what the issues with that is sometimes hatred can be spread.
Yeah.
And also with informal representations of place as well, you've just got to be really careful about the source of it, because that's sometimes really hard to. I suppose that's the same with formal, really.
Yeah, but I think with formal though, at least if say you were quoting it and I was like, well, say for example I said Chafford 100 is a dangerous place due to crime statistics, here you go, and back it up with a statistic, you can't really argue with what I'm saying to a certain extent.
I think maybe what you can say with both of them is they can create generalisations, because if you say Chafford 100's a dangerous place, but then most of the crime's in Lakeside, then that's not true.
Yeah, fine. But then I suppose, if you could back it up with what you're saying, so then in Chafford 100, Lakeside is the most dangerous place. Here's the statistic to back that up. That's where it's more reliable. Whereas if I say Chafford 100's a dangerous place, according to so and so on Facebook, two very, very different situations. If you look at all these Facebook statuses that someone's put about it, they're so unreliable. It's just someone's opinion. God knows what's gone on.
Yeah.
Do you see? It's,
And
I think another one is like, if you're talking about informal representations, look at like social media, the way people can portray their lives on social media. You can just, that's one of the reasons why I hate it so much. Like, is because you'll see these people with a perfect family life. They're on holiday all the time. Look how happy I am. I'm in the gym. I'm doing this. But you don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
There's also some of those things about places like Bali's really popular, and then you go and it's probably not the actual place that you see on
all you'll see is resorts.
Yeah, there's all those really funny ones, Keira, you've probably seen them as well, where it's like what is it, Instagram versus reality, right? So like people will be taking these lovely pictures like Santorini, and in reality you're like following like thousands of people up these stairs trying to get the same picture.
Yeah, it's like the one in the Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
You go there, there's one person's had a photo and it's been closed and on it. You go there, it's complete pandemonium. There's nappies flying everywhere.
That's where maybe informal representations of the place can like cause some issues.
Okay, no, I think we've done right there.
I thoroughly enjoyed that conversation.
It's good.
That didn't feel like, sometimes it feels like we're just following the
curriculum.
Yeah,
it was a natural conversation. That's the beauty of human geography.
Exactly, that is the
especially at A level. Like that's what's so good about it, is that you can just ramble on and on and on.
I absolutely
Sometimes that's why I struggle to get through it.
Yeah.
Pens down, listen to this.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
The news.
The news.
Well, there's one big news story we cannot ignore.
Go on.
I think Trump might have done it.
Well, he has, and I was reading something this morning actually while I was having my coffee. So
leaders in the Middle East have signed a peace deal.
Yeah.
Don't know what iteration of a peace deal this is. I'm sure there was a peace deal signed in 2005 and that sort of stuff. And they agreed, Hamas agreed to release the hostages.
The remaining 21
back
hostages.
to Israel, and Israel agreed to release prisoners back to Palestine.
Yeah.
But then there was a massive sticking point over Hamas releasing the deceased hostages.
Yeah, I think there's a problem with that, because I don't think they know where some of them are.
Yeah. So the families are unhappy and Israel is unhappy because the deceased hostages, exactly what you said, you don't know how, because if this happened 2 years ago, so I'd hate to think what sort of state some of those deceased bodies and stuff are in.
Yeah.
But that's the sticking point at the moment, and apparently Hamas went against the ceasefire. I thought I heard yesterday or something like that.
Did they?
So I don't want to go in. I don't want to say stuff that's not particularly true.
Yeah. But but they also this morning I was reading something. So now, since Israel have left Gaza, when you look at the state of the place, we've seen the drone footage. It's mad. But now I think they're going to head towards civil war. Was what I was reading.
In Palestine,
in Gaza, in the city itself, because there's 3 or 4 militia groups now fighting to gain control. And I read something the other day. I saw an article Sky News it was, informal, of there was a militia group who had loads of food and money and they were being backed by Israel. So there seems now like are they going to leave it?
There's a vacuum, isn't
There's
there?
there's called the power. There's going to be a power struggle within that city,
Yeah.
and if people are unhappy with how Hamas dealt with things, you know, so it's interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting to see now what unfolds, and that's really good for power and borders. That
Yeah, very good.
when you
Well,
remove
that
yourself
that
from that,
sovereignty is absolutely toast, isn't it?
well, when you remove themselves now, Israel. Now what happens? Like you said, the vacuum's a good word. It's going to.
Yeah.
What else going to break loose?
Anything else in the news?
Is there any other news on there, Keira, that you can see of interest to you?
Nothing's interesting, to be honest. But
No. No. Okay. Fine. Weather. And then
Anything? Could you think of anything that's happened in the news recently? I was thinking about.
No.
No.
Actually, because this week I think there's just been so much about the season.
At least it happened now.
Right, sorry guys, we had a technical issue. Alright, Keira, now what is the weather saying this weekend?
Oh, actually, I want one for Beauty Park train station's opening up.
When?
I think it's in October, now, or so very soon. I think.
Oh, really? That's
opens up 4 months early.
For those of you who don't know,
along the lines
Beauty Park is a
of
big brand new housing estate in Chelsea.
something along the lines of, I think it might be in Essex, is the first railway station to open in 100 years.
Cool. It was already on the line anyway.
Yeah, so I don't. It was. I heard something about brand new train station for 100 years or something like that. It might be in that part of Essex. But
Yeah, it's going to be like a game changer. You've got your
beautiful.
those houses are just going to skyrocket in value. You're into London from Beauty Park. If you get that fast train, I assume Beauty Park to Chelmsford is going to be like 3 or 4 minutes, 5 at the very most.
Yeah.
You're into London in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And you bypass Chelmsford.
Yeah, right, Keira,
What's the weather saying, Keira?
for the weekend and for half term actually, because you probably go that far, Boots weather.
it's saying today it's going to be 15. Then
15 degrees.
Saturday it's also going to be 15. Sunday there's going to be a bit of
That's got a bit drizzly.
rain.
All a bit rain. So are we dry today and tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's like that, though, isn't it? Cloudy.
It's just cloudy.
It is, isn't it? It's
No
high pressure.
CDs out there.
High pressure, like that.
Is it?
Yeah. That's what's keeping in this case.
So
what's
it's
keeping
high
the
pressure
clouds in.
above.
Pushing the clouds and just keeping them there.
Okay.
Dominant high pressure.
Lovely. All right.
I
So
got, it was when I got to Brighton yesterday morning. It was lovely.
was it nice
Yeah.
fresh air?
Yeah, but
Sea looked nice.
CBs in the morning. And it's like raining, but
CB's, Keira's clear blue skies. Just so you know.
Mhm.
Right.
right, that's it.
I
Happy
think
days.
we're done. So
Yeah.
you got the tune?
We got to go back to YouTube, and you can just I'll just play it from where it is.
Just press play.
Thank you very much, Keira.
Yes, Keira. Well done. First shift done.
Yes.
Brilliant. Well done. Right.
Well done.
Very good, Keira.
I think what you realise is that you actually